It's a gear tester here, and I want to talk to you about a problem which I have experienced with my Suunto Core all black military outdoor watch. This is a watch which is very popular right now on YouTube. There are a number of people that are reviewing it. These things kind of come in cycles, and I've been looking for a watch, and many people seem really happy with this particular model, so I purchased it. I like the way it looked. I really like the way it feels on my wrist, and it's a great watch, except it has a major problem. I don't know if you can see this. I'll bring it up close to the camera, but you can see how this button goes up and down right there. You can see how this one does that. See, this button is completely compressed in. And prior to purchasing this watch from Suunto, I had heard that sometimes these watches, particularly it seems like this model, has problems with the buttons getting jammed or stuck. And sometimes you can kind of flick them or tap them, but this one is jammed in there. Now, how long have I used this watch for? I have had this watch for less than 20 days. And I have a desk job where I do a lot of sitting, where I'm working on a computer, where I'm reading, that kind of stuff. So I have done nothing in the last 20 days that would cause me to think that there should be a problem here. And yesterday I was going to do my initial impressions review on this watch, which was going to be very, very favorable. But the result of this reality is it's going to have to go back and either be fixed, or in this case, because I have purchased it on Amazon Prime, I'm going to get my money back and not look back. I really like this watch, and it makes me sad that I've had this problem. You know, here's a $40 watch, okay? Good watch. The band broke. I've had this watch for 4 or 5 years. I have used it when I have worked, in essence, doing construction and landscaping. I had a different job, and this watch is continuing to run. All the buttons function appropriately. It's a great watch. I've never had to change the battery. It's been perfect. The only thing that happened was the watch band broke. But, you know, that's a $40 watch. This is like a $250 to a $350 watch, and I don't understand the variation in price. I got this watch for $250. But I would expect that at $250, this watch would be flawless. Now, here's the reality. With this button being jammed in, I thankfully got jammed in where I had time still working. Okay, but it could have been on the center button is used to punch through the time, altimeter, barometer, and compass. So literally, this could have gotten locked on. Okay, so there are, and I'll show you here later in this video, there is a website that has kind of a step-by-step process of how to fix these stuck buttons. Not put out by Suunto, but how to take the watch completely apart. I'm not interested in doing that. When I spend $250 on an electronic that's going to sit on my wrist and just tell me the time and some other features, I expect it to work and for it to be flawless. And if it doesn't, I expect the company, in this case Suunto, to basically take it back and give me a brand new one instantaneously. And that does not appear to be other people's experiences with Suunto and with this watch in particular. And so I'm very disappointed. I don't know, maybe I got one from a bad batch or something like that. I don't know. There are lots of people that love this watch. I would love to love this watch. I really like the way it fits on my wrist. I love the way it looks. I love the way it functions. I liked having the altimeter, barometer, and the compass. I was using that, okay? I really like these features, but I've done nothing. So the problem is even if I get this watch fixed, or if I took it apart, I'm sure that voids the warranty, and fixed it myself, what's going to stop it from happening tomorrow, or the next day, or the next day, and leaving me with an unfunctional item here? I really think you should stay away from this watch. And maybe I'm drawing too many conclusions from my personal experience, but in essence, other than having the altimeter and barometer and compass feature, this watch does it all and is $40, and that leaves you with $210 that you could do something else with. I'm really disappointed. I'm really disappointed. So here I am on Suunto's website, and I have selected the Suunto Core support tab here, and so I'm scrolling down, and we're going to look at some of the questions or concerns people have had about their Suunto Core All Black. You can see here we directly have a comment about the button, and I'm going to click on that here. I have a Suunto Core All Black, and the button on the bottom right has become stuck and won't come back out of the watch. What can I do? And you can see here 17 people need an answer to this question, and there is no answer on Suunto's website. Okay, it's been 2 months. That doesn't encourage me. That doesn't excite me. That doesn't give me courage that my watch is going to get taken care of very easily if I send it back to Suunto. You can come over here. This is a a blog on different watches. And you can see here, this is a thread, Suunto core button failure, and an individual has gone to the work of doing a fix, like a step-by-step fix with pictures. Now this is not the Suunto core all black, but this is a Suunto core, okay, and talking about the button failure. So it talks about how to remove the bezel portion there, and how to then take the entire thing apart, and how to remove this little, what looks like a seal, and then you can see the internal portions of the watch, and then what to do to fix the problem. You can see they're very careful. This is a Suunto Coral Black that they're looking at there. You can see they're using gloves very carefully to do this entire process. But you know, it does not inspire confidence when I'm seeing this level of problems. I'm really disappointed that the Suunto Core All Black Military Watch is not going to work out for me. And I wish that I could be more positive about this watch, because I really liked the way it operated, the way it felt on my wrist, the way it looked, all those. It was a full package deal there. I would not have wanted anything different, because of the fact that this button, okay, is permanently locked in, and I'm unwilling to go through the hassle of trying to get it fixed. I'm going to return this product. It's been less than 20 days, and I'm not going to look back. So there you go. Maybe a negative review, maybe one of very few negative reviews of this Suunto Core All Black watch. But I hope that my experience helps others avoid this experience, and maybe causes Suunto to reevaluate how they're going to manufacture these watches and how they're going to make those buttons. Because it sure feels like if companies like Timex, okay, can figure out how to do that in a $40 watch, it would be possible to achieve that in a $250 watch. It's a gear tester here, and I want to talk to you about a problem which I have experienced with my Suunto Core All Black Military Outdoor Watch. This is a watch which is very popular right now on YouTube. There are a number of people that are reviewing it. These things kind of come in cycles, and I've been looking for a watch, and many people seem really happy with this particular model, so I purchased it. I like the way it looked. I really like the way it feels on my wrist, and it's a great watch, except it has a major problem. I don't know if you can see this. I'll bring it up close to the camera, but you can see how this button goes up and down right there. You can see how this one does that. See, this button is completely